going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome. I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi. We're all Bitcoin Maxi. So, thought I'd hit the record button. Just got out of the gym, feeling great. Beautiful morning here in California. And I want to talk about why every worker should own Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people don't understand that their money is not going as far as it used to. Their dollars are deflating. They're getting poorer by the day. And a lot of people are struggling and wondering, what should I put my money into right now? And you know what's crazy is that a lot of people, from what I've been seeing, seem like they're shifting from Bitcoin with the recent dip from 125, 126 down to 90,000 now. A lot of people are trying to chase gold and silver now. They're getting out of Bitcoin. However, you have to understand that with everything going on, your dollars are only losing purchasing power every single day. Now, why should every worker own Bitcoin? Well, for one, we're still early to Bitcoin. We're still so early to Bitcoin that a lot of people don't even understand it. And so if you're new to Bitcoin, I recommend going onto Amazon and getting some books and getting yourself educated on Bitcoin and what it is and how the blockchain works. What is the blockchain? And so understanding what you're investing your money into is very important. And a lot of people don't take the time to understand what they're investing their money into. They just go on YouTube and then they just listen to other people and they think that, oh, well, this person's saying to do this. And then this other person is saying to do that. And then they get conflicted. It's like, I just don't know where to start. I don't know where to put my money into. And I'm just an average, low income, middle class earner. And so a lot of people are struggling. People are having to move in with maybe family, roommates. And a lot of people are having to downsize. And so it's getting harder. To be honest, it's getting a lot harder out here, and I'm sure you watching this, you're feeling it. Even if you're not low to middle class, maybe you're a high income earner, but you're still feeling it. The effects of groceries going up, the effects of your bills going up, energy costs, and car payments going up. A lot of times that people don't understand that Bitcoin is money. It's something that you can invest your money, your fiat money into, and then watch it grow and compound. But the key is you have to be patient about it. You can't just throw money in there, especially if you're a low income, middle class worker, and expect to see getting rich overnight. It's just not going to happen. And so the one key thing to remember is that we are so early to Bitcoin, and the more you get yourself educated on what Bitcoin is and you start dollar cost averaging every day, you're going to get ahead. You're going to get ahead, and in my opinion, retirement is going out the window. 401ks going out the window. And so understanding that there's only 21 million Bitcoin is important, because to me, there's nothing else that you could put your money into that's going to compound and grow better than Bitcoin. And look at gold and silver. Gold's what? Just hit an all-time high. It's like 4,200. Silver hit $55 the last I seen it. And so, you know what's crazy is people over here chasing gold and silver, And so the one thing that I don't like about gold and silver is that you have to sit here and just understand that it's heavy. Yeah, maybe if you just buy gold, it's not as heavy, but I just don't like the fact that you have to go in to a coin dealer and you have to sell it to them. Maybe they'll give you below spot for it. I've seen a lot of people talk online where they're offered lower than spot on their silver. And it's just a hassle, you know? And I used to collect gold and silver, and I don't do that anymore. Because being in the military, I'm used to traveling a lot. And so I don't want to get on a plane, and I don't want to have to take a big, huge duffel bag or a backpack full of gold and silver. To me, if I want to leave the country, I want to be able to leave the country and have my wealth on my phone, for example, or, you know, on a ledger wallet, what have you, however you're going to do it. But for me, there's nothing else that's better than Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. Once I understood it, it just clicked with me. I was like, this is it. This is it. And it took a lot of time. I'm not going to lie. It took a lot of time for me to understand how Bitcoin works. And it took a lot of time for me to understand how the blockchain works. And once you start seeing the compounding effects of Bitcoin, when you dollar cost average, you're patient about it, and it continuously grows as Bitcoin goes up more and more and more over the years, and you keep dollar cost averaging, and your money that's losing purchasing power, you convert it to Bitcoin, your fiat, you start seeing the rewards that it gives. You start seeing that, wow, the more I dollar cost average, the more it's compounding along with Bitcoin going up, and I'm getting wealthier no matter what income bracket you're in. And so it's important to recognize that the more you get ahead on dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and taking your paychecks, your W-2, or you own a business or whatever have you, and you allocate a certain percentage that you're making to Bitcoin, you're going to be far off better than most people in the world. Because once the world starts using Bitcoin more and more and more, you're going to be able to go into shops, coffee shops, which you can do around the world, but to me, it's going to be more normalized. And so once you get ahead and you're early, because in my opinion, we're still so early to Bitcoin, it's not even funny. And a lot of people just think that they missed the boat. At $90,000 now, they're just like, well, I can't own a full coin. Well, you know, a lot of people buy fractions of a 1 ounce of gold. You can buy a 10th ounce, right? You can buy half an ounce, and it's the same thing as Bitcoin. You're just buying fractions of it, and then you keep building yourself up, building your portfolio up until you can eventually get to that 1 Bitcoin mark, and then you continuously keep going. And so every worker in the world should be owning Bitcoin. Of course, it's not financial advice. However, it's important to recognize that, to me, there's nothing else that you can put your money into that's going to grow like Bitcoin. And so you can put it into real estate, then you have the problem with tenants, you have the problems with something going wrong with the house, something breaking, and then you got to pull a big chunk of money out in order to fix it. You got to deal with tenants. It's not, to me, it's the old way. It's not the new way. Bitcoin, you just buy it and you just let it compound. And so, to me, there's nothing better than Bitcoin. And for me, I think that everybody just doesn't understand Bitcoin and doesn't take the time to learn what Bitcoin is, so then they get scared. And then when everybody's rushing through the door to buy Bitcoin, it's already going to be too late. Well, I shouldn't say too late, but it's going to be normalized so much that you might not see as much returns as you would as if you got in early. Like right now, $90,000. I think it's still a great buy. Now, are we going to get to $1 million a coin in the next decade? I think so, but it's going to take time. Like all good things, it takes time. Like the internet, for example. A lot of people didn't use the internet when it first came out. All of a sudden, it just boomed. It's normalized now. Everybody uses it. On your phone, you go on the internet, everything is done a lot around the world through the internet. And that's just going to be the same thing with Bitcoin. Everybody's going to be using and transacting with Bitcoin on a global scale. So every worker should own Bitcoin and get ahead and start building their wealth and put towards their financial future. Because saving in fiat isn't going to get you to the level of wealth that a lot of people wish and want for their future. So I want to come on and make this video out here on my walk, enjoying the sun. Very therapeutic, getting out and getting some sun, especially after the gym. Just a nice walk and talking with you all. And so no matter how much you're making, please just buy Bitcoin, okay? I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi, and we're all Bitcoin Maxis, and I'll see you all in the next video.